I'm free fall. Yeah, do you know that song?
Falling.
Do you know that song or no?
It's a great song, man. Who's it by?
I don't even know, man, to be honest with you. But it's
Tom
just how
Petty.
I just got inspired, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I just
Tom
kind of
Petty.
felt like I want to. I don't know why I felt like I want to sing "We're Free Falling" right now, but
Well, because it's a good song. I'm not sure if it has anything to do with like kind of what's relevant going on right now.
I
But I
don't think
just
I'm really influenced by the market right now for that song, man. It's
no.
just not.
Why?
It's not like I'm crying on the
Is there
inside.
something going on?
Right now.
Yeah. Do you think there's? Yeah. Like, why? Do you think it's relevant? The song "Free Falling"?
I think it could be, to be honest with you, because I don't know if you noticed, man, but the whole world is burning right now. Crypto's burning. Terra Luna's bringing the whole space with it, and I don't even
Whoa,
know who
what are
can
you
save
talking
us.
about? I invested heavily into Terra Luna like a week ago. What are you saying? Is it
Didn't
down
you buy
like?
it yesterday? Hold
Is
up.
it
Okay,
down like
let's
20%?
just
What are
pull
you
this
saying?
shit
Is it
up.
down?
Let's
Is there
just
like a
talk
five?
about
Is
that for
there
a
a five
second.
percent dip with Terra
Let
Luna?
us talk about that for a second. Hold up. So yesterday, did you get into Terra Luna at $4? Is that what it? Because the Mali
No,
investor was talking shit, and
I
now everybody's
diversified.
fired up.
I diversified heavily into Terra Luna around like $90 a couple weeks ago. Why?
Diversified?
Yeah. It's
That's the word
it's one
you're
of my
using?
largest positions. Did something happen? I haven't checked. Did something happen?
Molly investor was giving you shit yesterday, man. I
Why?
was
What
kind of on his
happened? Is
side,
it
but I
is it
didn't want
down
to.
like
I feel like just
5%?
because, just huh?
Is there a dip? Is it like down 5%?
No, it's just kind of. I think you might want to just re-diversify again right
Yeah,
now, because
further
yeah,
into Terra Luna. Why buy the
yeah,
dip? Is it down? Is what is
because
it?
it's on
Is that
sale
like
right now,
$85
brother.
right now?
It is on sale,
I've been
man.
taking a look at my position. I was thinking of adding some the other day.
Did we actually become this desensitized to this bullshit, man? Things are down like 90,
Yo,
99%, and we're
Bitcoin
just
just,
cracking jokes.
dude, Bitcoin just put in a macro lower low below that 20,500. So we now have macro lower lows. And yeah, sure, it's just a tiny little wick and maybe it gets bought up. But
Right.
at this point, man, there's a realistic possibility that Bitcoin falls into the 20s.
I mean, I don't know what to tell you, to be honest with you, man. I think it's pretty clear what's happening. If you guys look even at the Nasdaq, at the S&P 500, we're at literally the lowest point ever since, what do we have? Ever since we peaked on, the end of the year last year. And now we're here, people. The whole world is at war, and things are not looking good. Gas prices are up. Everything is up. Groceries are up. Chicken, man. Have you bought chicken? Have you been to the grocery store recently, man?
Yes.
Everything is up, you know,
The
except
cost
for
of bread is
crypto.
up. Yeah.
Crypto's down today, so
Well, man, look, like you said, this is a global event. Again, we have a world superpower at war. Other superpowers are actively providing arms to fight a war against a world superpower. What is it, man? It's like 90% of the world's grain comes from like Russia and Ukraine.
oh yeah, big time.
Yeah,
Global food shortages on the way.
global food shortages, global supply chain problems, a global risk-off approach. The Nasdaq, bro, is almost down as much as when the what is it
The
the
pandemic.
when the pandemic first hit. So with the pandemic, the Nasdaq dropped 32%. Let's
Right.
measure how far down we are. Maybe we can start sharing screens in here in a
Yeah,
minute.
I'll
But
share my screen real quick.
yeah, we're down 28%. So man, yeah, the Nasdaq is down nearly as much as when COVID first hit. Back we didn't know what this was. We thought this was like the next Spanish flu.
Yeah,
Yeah, man, this is not good.
100%. Even the S&P over the last week, man, didn't even. It just kind of had a gap as well. But hey, man, things are not looking good. Straight up, everything is looking in the green, in the yellow, in the red.
Yeah,
Bitcoin's down 24%. Do you think
18%.
actually we're gonna stop by this, man? You think we're gonna go back to the 20? I don't even. No one gives a shit if we're gonna go to the 20K or no. To be honest with you, we're down. Everything's
Man,
down.
I saw the funniest thing. I saw this
Uh,
one like crypto quote unquote influencer who does like a lot of TikTok. He was
uh,
saying that if Bitcoin falls to 25K, that's where your stop loss should be. I'm like, man, 25K might be the goddamn bottom. Imagine
bro,
putting your stop loss like 1K above the bottom. Because dude, I'm looking at support coming in for Bitcoin at around $23,000 based off VPVR and
mhm,
sideways moving price action. But dude, that's the problem. And I remember us talking about this 2 years ago, back in December, back when we were ripping from 20K. We basically went from 20K to 30K like it was nothing. And we did not build a lot of support in those regions. So
No.
we really only have support at 27,000 and then 23,000. Those are pretty much the only two pit stops based off sideways moving price action and VPVR volume on the way to even lower. So we got two major
100%.
pit stops. You know, Bitcoin doesn't stop there. It's going further.
Look, man, that's the thing. But people need to understand within crypto, man. I don't think no one really talks much about it, but the whole world is in a very shaky place right now, man. And people
Yeah.
are pulling their money out, regardless of whatever
Yeah.
you'd like things or whatever project you're invested in right now, whatever you got. Oh, we're moving on to the next layer, or we're building this and that, or we're bridging, we're waiting on this bridge, and we're going to the moon. Look at the world, guys. Things are not looking great at the moment. You gotta take that into account. But not only that, man. If you're looking at Bitcoin right now, we're way past the support level for Bitcoin. You get what I'm saying? Like
we
we
just put
could
it in
be
a lower low. Yeah.
again, almost a double top. Michael Saylor is gonna get liquidated soon. Isn't that what everybody's talking
I
about
think
right now?
Michael Saylor is now in the red because I think his average entry is around 30, 31, something like that.
But I heard they got a very massive plan to actually hedge against that.
I got the
They're
biggest
gonna
plan. The biggest plan.
They're gonna leverage
I have
more
the
when
most
it dips.
amazing, large, big plan. A beautiful plan.
Is that your Trump?
Hey, man, it's been a minute since I did my Trump, but at least I got the
Damn.
hand gestures
I
mostly
know. I
correct.
guess
It's a mixture between the
small hands.
O's and making that expansive movement. If you
That's
got
true.
that, that's halfway.
I feel
to
like
the
that's
Trump
actually
election.
all you need for it to become a president. Like, how vague can you get mixed with a bit of some fake confidence?
But
That's
by the way, I see a comment here. Crypto London, shout out to Crypto London. He's saying gas fees are $760. I don't doubt that. I bought the dip on Hex yesterday, and dude, the gas fees were like $60, $70.
yeah, no, 100%, man. This everyone's
Yeah,
pulling their
gas
money
fees
out.
are insane right now. Yeah,
Everybody,
everyone's trying to transact. Ethereum again, it's looking like death. Putting in macro lower lows, lower highs. Yeah, this is the bear market, man. It's the bear market. But I'm glad that even though this is all crashing, my Terra Luna is safe and sound. I'm very happy. I diversified it
can we talk
heavily into
about
Terra
that for a
Luna
second?
a couple weeks ago at $90. I'm sure it's doing quite fine. I haven't really looked at it, but I'm sure my Terra Luna is doing
No, no,
fine.
no,
Why?
no. I want to talk about that for a second
About Terra
because
Luna? Is there
yesterday,
been some news?
because yesterday the Motley investor was giving a shit. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he was saying here, let's see, Moonbag or whatever the case might be. Boom, boom, boom. Should we bring this up? Should we beef with the Motley investor right now? Or what do you
Sure,
think?
sure. I because there seems to be something wrong with Terra Luna. I'm not sure what's going on. No one's told me
No, so I'll
anything yet.
explain to you. I'll explain. So
Okay.
yesterday
Yeah.
you said scooped up some Luna 438.
Yeah.
Mali investor said, "Gentlemen, don't make us have to stream with you guys again just to have that to have an intervention."
Hey man,
And
don't
10
threaten
people
us with a
liked it.
good time, Motley.
Okay, Mali investor, we're waiting for you here, man. If you want to come on this live stream right now, you're watching. Comment so we can both scold and roast Brendan for such a tweet. Okay, hello, it's nothing heavy, just gambling fun money. Ha ha ha. And then yeah, man, things are. By the way,
No, but
guys,
there was more to that, eh? Did you read the comments? Like
no,
if
I
you click on
didn't
the
read.
last tweet, there's even the saga continues.
Oh shit, you actually went. Oh my god.
Yeah, we went back and forth. Yeah, yeah. It was a whole
He
it was a
waited
whole
till
saga.
today. He actually waited till today so he can comment again saying it's 183 cents. Hey man, um
Hey man, he's not wrong. Like this is death. Like people
it
who
is.
saying, this is death. You're right. People, because even on our Discord, man, there's this guy who doesn't seem to like us very much on the Discord anymore. He was talking about
Ooh,
shorting Luna at $4. I was talking about longing in it. He was right. I was wrong. This shit's garbage.
right.
Honestly, in retrospect, this was stupid. I honestly FOMO'd in because we were sitting on support. By the way, let me share my screen here in a second. That way,
Go ahead.
it
Go
starts
ahead. Go
making some
ahead.
more screen. Starts
Guys,
making some more.
thank you for joining in. Sorry we didn't introduce everything yet. We got 60,000 people watching right now. Thank you for joining us. Taiga, thank you for your comment. Jay, everything, thank you for your comment. He's saying Luna chart looks similar to BitConnect chart. This looks like a rug pulled
Man,
chart. That's
this
what it is.
is the craziest chart I've ever seen. I mean, let's take a look at a weekly. Ooh,
I wonder if
look
you shorted
at
that
that
shit, man.
straight down. People did short it up here at these ranges, man. That is crazy. So
Holy
I was
shit.
buying like over here, like the bottom of this range, thinking I'm hot shit. But no, look at that. Because the issue, and I was looking, like, guys, by the way, I didn't do a lot. I was just kind of like, for fun, I'll just throw a little bit at it. But
He actually threw 5K, just so you guys know.
Could you imagine? No, but the issue is that UST has still not recovered its peg. And so until
Oh,
this thing recovers its peg, there's going to be sell pressure on Terra Luna. So this thing could continue to fall even further. But dude, like, let's measure this. I'm pretty sure this thing is
right.
down like 99%. 99% from all-time highs.
Big
Yeah, you're
time.
right. Tiger's saying Luna has no support. Yeah, apparently. Yeah, you're right. This shit has no support. This is a wild ass chart, man. I've never seen a top market cap coin like this crash this hard. Wasn't Terra Luna like in the top 10 at one point, like top 15, top 20
Oh
in
yeah.
terms of market cap?
Oh yeah.
And this thing is down 99% from all-time highs.
I feel
That
like, man,
is
honestly, the
wild.
99% doesn't even explain how much, that this is. We went from, what's the top we got? What was the top price we actually got?
$120 basically.
And
Like,
now what
yeah.
are we at?
At a dollar.
120. So whatever. Holy shit. Oh my
Man,
goodness.
every
This is history in the
bro,
making right now, guys. This is actually history in the making. Someone
every
saying it's
large
unwatchable.
influencer has millions of dollars in this thing, and it's
100%.
gone. Bro, I don't know if you saw what was it?
Cryptos are us.
Cryptos Are Us. Bro, I
He
feel
looked
bad for
kind of.
that
I'll
guy,
be honest
man.
with you. I don't want to make. I guess you don't want to make fun of people's
Who's hurting? Like, you don't want to kick him while
yeah.
they're down, but
But I saw the video. I'm like, bro, this guy's not looking good, man. I wish he's actually doing well because a lot of people here,
he just
guys,
lost
got
millions of dollars. Yeah.
100%, and things are just not looking as good as we'd like it to look, man. And to be honest with you, we obviously did kind of get desensitized to these kind of movements in the market. For us,
Really, you
I'm
don't
looking
say.
for yeah, I'm looking for the next like 5 to 10 years, man. Whatever money we got in this. So, but again, a lot of people have their money and they got into the market at these tops, right? I haven't put much money, man, into after we start pumping back in the beginning of the year, man. My money's still the same. So like I'm it's getting close to where I'm averaging out right now. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
things are looking pretty bad at the moment. And again,
They're
go
looking dog shit. This is terrible.
guys,
This is
the world
really
is
bad.
falling, man.
Ooh,
The world is
look
falling.
at that Cardano chart, dude. All the influencers showing Cardano. We're going to $10. We're going to $10. Nope. Look at that. Man,
Holy shit.
I could not be happier and more satisfied knowing that I made the hard turn to PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex, both for myself, the sake of myself, my ROI, and our community. Because for the people that got in, I mean, PulseChain is going to be outperforming 99% of the crypto markets while everything crashes and burning. While everything crashes and burn, I mean, our community is going to be making, we're going to be doing good. So, man, I'm so relieved to not have exposure to this bullshit.
Damn, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm seeing here, what do we have here? Boof on the B. I heard Messon is algorithmically backed by Crow. Hey, man. I'm not algorithmically backed by anything,
He's a
man.
paid shill.
If
Oof.
Crow
Look
tomorrow,
at that.
if I don't like the product tomorrow, I'm pulling my money out. And so far, so good for me, man. I'm happy, even with
You're
these
happy?
prices. Yeah, it's still it's still
Let's
below,
go the price of Crow for fun.
still way above my my entry. So I'm good on
Okay.
that. But yeah, I think it's somewhere in the 19. What is it? 19 cents right
Ooh,
now.
19
Yeah,
cents. Yeah.
this is where
It is
everything
19
is at right
cents.
now, boys. So the whole market is actually down, man. And Bufo, if you keep making fun of me, man, I will catch you slipping. I will catch you slipping, man. Taiga, Hex, Pulse, and Pulse 6 only way, boys. What's Hex saying right now, man?
Hex is
Everyone's
dumping.
acting like their coin
Hex
is fucking.
Hex is dumping. We're below the 50-day SMA, historically important moving average. We're seemingly breaking down below our green support trend line, which is kind of a big deal. Although there are different ways to draw this. If you look at the USDT chart, it's
Right.
drawn slightly differently. And then you could also do this by candle basis and not wick. So, there are arguments that worth really testing, if not breaking support, but you can draw this slightly differently so that where you're still on
100%.
support.
100%.
Yeah, like if
God
we
damn.
draw it something like this.
God damn, man. So what's the word, man? What's the word? What are people supposed to do now? What do we say?
Panic.
Like, I don't like what do we just sell everything right now?
Yeah, I
We
think
buy everything at the top and we sell
just
it.
completely panic, make decisions based off what your emotions are telling you, and not
Right.
anything else. And that's kind of what I would say.
Damn.
Now, look, man. If we can maybe be serious for a second, for a moment, for the first time during our live stream here. Look, man, like, I'm not kidding when I say I couldn't give less of a shit of what's going on with Bitcoin and Ethereum, given that I'm all in on PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex. Number one, this thing's likely to launch, near the bottom of a bear market. Launching a bear market is where you want to be launching. New projects and new products have a psychological history of being decorrelated from the rest of the market. I mean, when everything is bearish and everything is crashing, you want to be in new things that are psychologically and liquidity-wise decorrelated from the rest of the market, and that's exactly what PulseChain, PulseX, and Hex are doing, with the best set of tokenomics and features compared to the competitors in this entire ecosystem. So I couldn't be more happy, less worried, being all in on PulseChain and PulseX and Hex.
So you're saying this dip right now in the market would not affect Hex?
It's literally affecting Hex. Yeah, and look, man, that's another thing. I'm glad you
No,
brought
but
that up.
that's what I'm trying to understand. When
Yes, it
people say
does.
that we are decorrelated, I just see that it's like very correlated, like chart
Well,
wise.
no. Well, there's some charts that show that Hex is largely decorrelated from the rest of the market in terms of historical movements, as well as because its liquidity is largely in stablecoins. It's less price reactive to the rest of the market. But with that being said, there are traders in Hex, okay, and the psychology and the sentiment of what's going on in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the greater market does affect the psychology and the sentiment of people in Hex, and there are traders in Hex. And so I'm not one of these guys that say Hex is completely decorrelated. It's not. It's largely decorrelated. It's more decorrelated than the vast majority of other coins are. But there is still 100% a correlation between Hex and Bitcoin. Both psychological, sentiment-wise, also affects the potential pool of buyers. It affects their buying potential. It does. What's going on with Bitcoin and Ethereum does affect Hex. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree on that. I never really understood when they say it's fully decorrelated. I'm like, price is
Yeah, I
clearly
disagree with
all
that.
of
It's
crypto.
not fully decorrelated.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. The more the crypto niche gets more and more adopted, the more it's going to react to the market. And with Bitcoin, same thing. As soon as it became more and more globally, institutionally adopted, it starts reacting more and more to the actual stock market. And that's what we're seeing today. So again, even, I'm big on crypto.com. I'm big on VVS. And whatever the Cronos chain actually holds for the future, I am very big on that. I don't think that the market will not affect Crow, and we clearly see it on the chart. So, again, I think we have to be very realistic when it comes to making ourselves feel better about what the market is telling at the moment. At the moment, it's dog shit, like you're saying, man.
Yeah.
It's heavily everything is being pulled. Regardless of whatever you're actually in, regardless of whatever's coming up. Now, maybe one of the questions. So, in terms of maybe one of the biggest questions right now. I think there's two questions, except at least for me right now with Chronos or crypto.com. I think regardless of whatever's coming up on the chain, the market sentiment and the global sentiment will affect it. So that's my view on it. Now, I guess with so whoever our viewers, crypto.com and VVS, in my opinion, 100% gonna be affected by the market. Period. Now with Hex, Pulsion, and Pulse X, do you think that whatever's happening to the within the global market and whatever's happening in crypto in general in terms of price action, what we're having, do you not think that's going to affect the price action?
You might as well ask me, do I not think that the sun rising affects the amount of light in the atmosphere?
No, but
Yes,
because
dude.
I need
Yes,
to
it will.
understand when you say things like,
Yes,
oh, I'm very this and this and
yeah.
this and that,
Yeah, I can
I
answer
need
it.
to understand.
It's extremely easy question to answer. Yeah, no, it's obviously Pulse Chain and Pulse X and Hex are not completely decorrelated, are correlated to some extent. They're just more decorrelated to the vast majority of the rest of the market, which is a massive value add. It's just more decorrelated. It's not completely decorrelated, but is
Right.
it more decorrelated than Chainlink? Yeah. Is it more decorrelated than
Yeah. Oh, 100%,
Dogecoin?
definitely.
Yeah. Is it more decorrelated than Cronos? Crow?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Which is a which is a benefit. It's not completely decorrelated because what's going on with Bitcoin and Ethereum affects how many participants are on the market, who's willing to look into new altcoins, what their buying pressure is, what their sentiment is, what their psychology is, which does 100% affect Hex, PulseChain, and Hex. And I want to even paint a worse picture because now's the perfect time to be doing
I
it.
think
So,
so one thing before we move on, if you want to go back to the chart just one
Hex,
last second, yeah. Do you think there's a possibility for a bear flag we're seeing there at the bottom? If you remove
yeah,
your right, so that's I think something that people need to also pay attention to. There is a possibility of us actually having some sort of even if you want to take it from the top, like the top of that red line, yeah, something like this. I do think there's a possibility for some sort of a red flag, bear flag actually
yeah,
happening there. And as soon as we got to pay attention to actually where that green line is on the bottom, if we actually break out of that or no. To be honest with you, I don't really think we fully retested that bottom for Hex properly. I mean, the breakout point. I don't think that got retested properly. I think we need to give it some time for us to assume that that breakout is actually valid and there's some room for the upside. But what I'm actually even paying attention to the most on this chart is this micro bear flag we're seeing on the daily. I think
yeah.
there's a huge possibility that we break below that and Hex can continue to go down. That doesn't mean I'm a pleb. That doesn't mean I'm hating on Hex. There's just some things that's happening on the chart that you got to pay attention to.
Yeah, and to show you guys what Messin is talking about, this is an example of a bear flag with Bitcoin, right? We had
Yeah,
a rally all the way to 69K. We had our crash. We had our temporary relief rally. But what did we do? We formed an ascending channel where we broke down below. And when you do that, well, typically speaking, you could fall at the very least the height of the channel from the breakout point. If not, you could even fall the height of the flag. And so I don't know where that takes us. But the point is, yeah, $2,000. The point is, there is much downside potential with this kind of pattern forming. Of course, when we're talking about these large ranges, other factors come into play other than just that simple line. But the
100%.
point is that when you have this pattern forming and you break down, the possibility for much further downside is very realistic. And we're seeing the same thing happen here with X. We're forming this ascending triangle
Right.
channel. Could potentially be a bear flag if we start to break down from this thing, especially if we put in new lower lows below 11 cents. That would definitely look like a bearish breakdown from an ascending channel here, which means we could test the lows at the very least at 10 cents, if not go further down and even spook people further. I mean, guys, this is looking exactly, Hex is looking exactly like Bitcoin back in 2017, where we had our
How
parabolic
dare
run
you?
up.
How
We
dare you say that?
Yeah,
How
look,
dare
man,
you say
I
that?
believe in
You're a
Hex.
pleb. You're actually a pleb.
Man,
You
look, and the point of bringing this up is to show that the same kind of psychology is playing out both in Bitcoin back in 2017 and Hex now, where we had a parabolic blow off top, then we had a period of consolidation and kind of a descending wedge / descending triangle. I mean, basically the same things going on here with Hex. And so, yeah, man, if we start to break down from our channel here, if we start to put in new micro lower lows below 11 cents, then yeah, new lower lows are 100% possible, especially with the snapshot quickly approaching. The snapshot being kind of a fundamental catalyst can possibly be a buy the rumor, sell the news event. It might not be, but it could end up being. That will end up doubling the Hex supply. So, that's something definitely to know. I still believe in Hex super long term. I still think that over the long term, Hex will continue to be one of the best performers in the space due to its having the most bullish tokenomics. But when we're in a bear climate and sentiment is down, psychology is down, people's buying pressure is down, people are losing when they buy the dip. That does affect psychology, sentiment, people's buying pressure, and spooks Hex holders as well. Like we cannot discount how Hex holders' psychology is somewhat tied to what's going on with the rest of Bitcoin and Ethereum.
100%, man. Guys, that's how a pleb sounds like. Okay, so whatever you just said, that's a lot of FUD you're hearing. There's nothing happening in the market right now. There's nothing. Well, where's the drop at, man? Where's the all the red at? But
I can even
um,
paint a worse picture for you as well if you want.
you painted enough right now. Okay, let's just give it a second, man. Arturo J. Mireless. Sorry if I butchered your name. Thank you for the $5 donation. When you stream with Richard Hart, think you can ask him if PulseChain will do the same membership type program like Crypto.com, builds community organically. As a Crypto.com card holder and as a Crypto.com fanatic
ambassador.
ambassador, I will personally make sure to let our guys know in the Crypto.com offices and the headquarters where we're all sitting. We all have cubicles there. We're all on the payroll. I'll let them know to make sure they actually send our boy Richard basically an email telling him that, hey, check out the card. Maybe you should do something like that because it's a great idea to actually have. But I really do think that's where the next move is too, man. Where's what card do you got on? That's what it is.
Arturo, thank you very much for the support, brother. I really appreciate that. I really don't think Richard will do something like that. Just he doesn't like anything that resembles anything like a centralized model, which of course some people will find ironic. But it's an interesting idea. We'll definitely ask him about it if we get the goddamn chance, which I hope we do. Folks, like and subscribe, share this live stream. If we get some more notoriety, maybe Richard will reply to our direct messages because we're trying to get him on the show, hopefully to ask some good questions. I mean, I see Boof on the beat. Shout out to you, man. Thanks for making it to this live stream. He's saying, Brandon, have you been losing sleep over the incentive token? It's going to be okay, bro. Look, guys, this is annoying me so much. The fact that Richard continues to speak to crypto influencer after crypto influencer who should know better and with just the tiniest bit of research should be able to.
He should be talking about it. I don't
Yeah,
know why
I
he's
understand.
not
I
talking.
completely agree. Yeah.
It's not the fault of the actual streamer.
No, it
Why isn't he
100%
talking
is
about
when
the token?
you have the chance to interview a crypto founder like Richard Hart. Yeah, you should probably do a bit of research to understand kind of what's kind of on the up and up in that ecosystem, and not ask him if it's a Ponzi for the 13th millionth time, But
There's a
guys,
lot of
look,
conspiracy theories around that right now, man.
guys,
There's a lot of conspiracies right now.
the incentive token is still the largest unknown part of the PulseX ecosystem. Depending on how that thing is constructed, will massively affect the value proposition of PulseX. If that thing's inflationary, deflationary, how the token is doled out, if there's any kind of tokenomics, massively impacts the value proposition of PulseX. And we don't know about it. We haven't heard anything about it. And everyone refuses to ask Richard Hart about it. And man, it's worse than that. I keep tweeting at all these people who interview Richard Hart. I DM them on Twitter. I tweet at them. I tell them, hey, ask Richard Hart about the incentive token.
Knows.
And no one asks him about it.
I just genuinely thinks he doesn't want to let people know right now, man. That's I think how simple it is. Like it's very known. Like what's this? The way I see it is just gonna be what rewarded to people that stake PulseX.
Yeah, but
That's
what's the rate? What's the total supply? Is there any tokenomics? Is
you
there any
don't need to
fundamentals?
know. Just sacrifice.
Guys, depending on how the tokenomics of the incentive token works, massively, it completely changes the value proposition of PulseX. Because if that token does not have good fundamentals and all that token does is crash, well, then there's much less incentive to hold PulseX. Now, on the other hand, if the incentive token has any kind of fundamentals where maybe there's some reason to hold it, maybe it appreciates over time, then it's much more valuable to hold PulseX. So it's a massive unknown question. It completely changes. It completely changes the value proposition of PulseX, and
100%.
everybody refuses to ask about it.
100%. So this is what it is. You're just gonna you're gonna stake your PulseX. You're gonna get rewarded with the incentive token, and it's going to be a ratio of 1-to-1 in the beginning, and eventually what's going to happen is that the incentive token is going to grow more in value than PulseX itself, and whenever you unstake and actually get that incentive token, you're going to have more PulseX with it, and that's it. Shut up. Do we need a white paper? No, we don't. We don't need a white paper. We don't need a document explaining this. We just need another layman's contract, whatever simplified version of whatever Hex had, and that's it. Okay, stop asking questions. You don't question the great leader like that. You just
Yeah,
don't.
for this issue to not be clear is actually a big deal. Like
It is,
it's how do you not talk about the fourth token in the ecosystem that changes everything? Like it's a very big deal, and it's frankly a shame that no one's talked to Richard about it.
of course, man, of
Yeah,
course. But I mean, I think he needs to be, he needs to be talking about it. Right? It's not like shouldn't be like a secret, man. Guys, how can you,
yeah,
with a straight face, lie? PulseX is the same as Luna and UST. CM
completely.
Productions. Thank you
It's
for
the
the
exact
comment.
same thing. It's the exact same thing.
Definitely is. There's no difference.
Yeah, there's
You know,
no difference whatsoever. Good luck to you, bro, and your profit and loss. You're gonna need it. Latin American Crypto is saying crypto was created to eliminate counterparty risk, and all these influencers want their followers to go get into products with huge amounts of counterparties. And Richard Hart is like, "What? No, everything's the same. There's no difference between anything for
crypto.
sure. No, yeah. PulseX is the same as Terra Luna for sure." Boof on the Beat saying maybe if you twerk on camera like Richard Hart did yesterday, he might finally answer your query. Twerk for the truth. Hey
Go
man,
ahead, man.
if that's what it takes, then maybe messing you got to take one for the team
I
and
don't
kind
know
of
how to twerk.
trigger.
To be honest with you, I'm not really willing to work on camera like
I
that.
think
To
you
be
just
honest,
gotta
do
like
that behind
stretch
closed
out
doors.
your spine very quickly. Like if you were trying to stretch your spine, just do it very quickly.
Yeah, he looked like he was gonna break his
Yeah,
back
it looks like he
yesterday,
was doing a
man. Where
lot
it's
of
like, hey,
spine work.
Richard,
Yeah,
you really are gonna pop your knees, man. I don't know what kind of longevity pills you're on, but damn, man, that that's gonna break some knees, man. So,
yeah.
but again, crypto, when do you like that? Again, man, guys, thank you for being a part of the stream, man. If you have any more questions, leave them in the comment section below. Things are looking bad. Go outside, get some sun, get some vitamin D. There's nothing we can say that's going to actually make you feel better unless your investment horizon is actually for the next 5 to 10 years, man. You're going to see this happening, or maybe just maybe this is the end of crypto, right? Anything is possible. Or you might just find that, hey, all institutions right now just decided that they want to put their money in, and boom, Terra Luna's back up to $300-$400 like everyone believes in, man. But again, everyone's saying red squirrel evening all. Seawell saying which chart is that? That is, if in case you didn't know, that's Terra Luna,
That is the
and
3-day chart.
that's the terrible. What do they call the Terra Luna community? Lunatics? Is that what it is?
I don't know, man. I
Lunatics.
guess so.
That's
Yeah.
what I see. Let us. Vivas is looking strong. No, it's not looking strong, man. It's not. Everything is down.
Yeah.
Crypto.com is down back to 2019 cents, or whatever the case might be, man. So again, that's
Yeah.
what we're seeing in the market right now, man.
And by the way, we
Hmm.
haven't commented on this, but we need to.
What is
So
it?
this was actually a coordinated attack against Terra Luna,
Yeah, let's
and
talk about that for a
it's
bit.
frankly genius what these guys did. So there's this Twitter thread again, guys. I haven't like fully looked into this myself. I'm just beginning to kind of do research on this myself. So, but we have the Twitter thread saying how to make $800 million in crypto by attacking the once third largest stablecoin, Soros style. Everyone is talking about UST attack right now, including Janet Yellen, but no one is talking about how much money the attacker made or how brilliant it was. And so there's this thread that essentially goes on to say how both Let's Fucking Go, the Luna Foundation Guard, was accumulating some Bitcoin back in the day alongside with this investment fund who accumulated more Bitcoin. They also accumulated a bunch of UST. And so to kind of summarize, because again, I could take 10 minutes to read through this, or I can try my best to summarize. To kind of summarize what went down here is that apparently some hedge fund took out like $1 billion worth of Luna, $300 million worth of USDT. They started extracting a bunch of liquidity from the liquidity pairs, from the decentralized liquidity pairs, and then started shorting Terra Luna, and then which caused the Let's Fucking Go Foundation, of the Terra Luna Foundation, to sell their Bitcoin to try and meet the peg, which lowered the reserve because they had Bitcoin to kind of meet their peg, and so while it would drop
Did you just say the
USD.
Let's Fucking Go Did you just say the Let's Fucking Go Foundation?
Well, it's the Luna Foundation Guard, which is LFG.
Oh man, I was saying
Let's
like
fucking go.
yeah, and I didn't even. Wow, man.
Anyways, point being,
Yeah.
these guys removed a bunch of liquidity, and then started shorting Luna, and started withdrawing UST, which caused the Let's Fucking Go Foundation to sell Bitcoin to meet the peg, which further kept removing more from their peg. And so, yeah, that's kind of from my understanding.
Is that confirmed? Because someone's gonna get sued for that shit.
Oh yeah, no, it was a brilliant, like coordinated move. Guys, if you want to read through this, follow our Twitter. There should be a link down in the description below. We retweeted this yesterday. It should be like our fourth most recent tweet. You can go and read through this yourself. It seems somewhat brilliant. So it seems like there was a self compounding thing where the more UST depegged, the more sell pressure there was on Luna, which just further compounded the problem. Which is why, if you look at Luna, we just have a straight line down. Because the more it depegs, the more sell pressure, which causes it to depeg further, which causes more sell pressure. And so it's
cascading effect.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, which is why you get that straight line down.
And I see the fundamentally broken, term being thrown around a lot on Twitter, man, which is this is what's happening in terms of just give me a second, man, because you can't stay alone.
What's going on? Oh, Messenger said someone. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so Messenger just talking to someone right now. So yeah, guys, look, this was a coordinated attack on Terra Luna. I did put like a very small amount at like $4.38. Obviously, that was a bad idea. Again, it wasn't a lot of money. That represents like 0.001% of my portfolio. It was just kind of for fun. But yeah, man, no, this is fucked.
Damn, man. The stack was evil, ruined countless lives. Let's go, Brandon Fund. Yeah, man, no, 100%. I think there's gonna be a lot of just wait for a couple of days to see the all the lawsuits and everything coming into play, man. There's gonna be a bunch of lawsuits being thrown around, and that's what it's gonna be.
And dude, by the way, this could continue to fall further because if you look at UST, I'll put it up right here in 1 second. It's still not at the dollar peg. It's still at 70 cents. So until this peg is fixed, there will be continued sell pressure on Terra Luna. So this thing could continue to fall even further. Man, this actually might be the death of a project where tons and tons and tons of people had their money in this thing. Man. So many people.
So 100%. And that's what I meant. Look, man, I know we talked a lot about that before, but again, that's what I used to, I would say in general, like be wary of not taking into account what the fundamentals of the project are. I don't know what the fundamentals of Terra Luna are. I'm pretty sure they got some, I don't know, some good tokenomics or whatever the case might
Apparently
be.
Not.
But again, decentralized, all the case, whatever the case might be. But again, if the project doesn't perform well, the price will tank. And that's what I take that philosophy to everything else. You want some good backing, whatever the case might be, some project you actually believe in. But again, this is something that has nothing to do with the price action in general, and we're seeing it tank like it's nothing based on some sort of coordinated attack. And that's what we need to grow within the crypto space and actually see that it's not only about the tokenomics. It's not only about, with the pumpamentals. It's not only about what the price is going to be in the future. Is this product
such
useless?
A thing to say. Bro, what are you talking about? Now, what matters is if the game theory, the fundamentals are intrinsically sound.
That's exactly what I just said.
Yeah, but you said it doesn't matter the pumpamentals. It doesn't matter the tokenomics. That's part of whether the game theory is ultimately sound. It's because the tokenomics on this weren't sound that we're seeing this kind of crash. It does matter. The tokenomics and pumpamentals are everything. Because if you are lacking that, then this is what you get.
Fundamentals for you, like
this is from a lack of tokenomics. Yeah, from a lack of sound.
Well, I guess we're talking about different things when it comes.
You said two things. You said tokenomics and pumpamentals. They're slightly different.
Right. Take a breath. Take a breath, okay? Just 1 second. I know you get. I know you Hexicans get very angry when someone mentions tokenomics. So let's break this down for a bit, right? In general, I guess tokenomics for me are, is it deflationary? Is it not? How much is there in supply? This and this and this and that. Now, tokenomics have to do with, what, like, how does this, what's tokenomics? What aspect of tokenomics did this cause the breakdown to happen, in your opinion?
The fact that the UST is tied to Luna, where I'm not exactly sure how it works.
Exactly.
It's been a
That's my
year.
point.
Yeah, it's
That's my
it's
point.
been. What's your point?
Before you start launching at people, and before we break this whole live stream right now
What are you talking about?
what I'm trying to say is the product working or no? And
Yeah,
that's what we
it's
thought
not
that
working. Yeah,
didn't exactly because it's not working properly. It's the use case failed in a such situation.
which is a part of its
There's
tokenomics,
extremes. There's extremes. Yeah, but I'm talking about the utility. You're just taking that one word tokenomics. I'm talking about utility.
because you were
Utility.
wrong about it.
This
Yeah.
thing as a okay, sure. So
Okay.
the tool itself did it work or no? It didn't work. Price tanks. Period. That's what
Mhm.
it is. That's what I meant by that. Sorry, if I'm stepping on toes here, man. I know you guys get very, very pissed off when someone challenges some ideas, man. It's
Well,
the
no,
tool.
you just said something
The
that was
tool
wrong. You said
is the
tokenomics were
tool
important to consider.
working. If the tool doesn't work, what it's supposed to be doing, price falls. Period.
Yeah, no,
That's it.
exactly. Yeah, which
That's
is
what I'm
what
trying
we
to say,
saw.
man.
Yeah, the tokenomics didn't
Hey,
work
bro.
and the crash.
Hey,
Yeah.
bro, we're on the same page, then, man. There's
Yeah.
no problems.
And guys, look, it's worse than this too. Like, again, with Bitcoin putting in this new lower low, Ethereum crashing, the stock market looking like absolute garbage, this could be a true, real bear market. And in a true, real bear market, we typically have never recovered in the past until after the latest Bitcoin halving. And the next Bitcoin halving isn't likely to be until March 2024. So you got to understand that, guys, look, we had a parabolic cycle. Even if we recover, which we're at the tail end of a cycle of a parabolic run up. And so we're at the point of highest risk and least upside, given how we've moved historically, how we've had kind of a bull market roughly 1 year after this Bitcoin halving, and then two or so years later we have a bear market. And so, guys, look, until 2024 comes around, we might see a much further downside.
Definitely. I do think, man, I do think there's a much higher possibility of us staying in this position for a much longer period of time. It was catalyzed by this drop in Luna and everything, but the S&P 500, maybe if I share my screen real quick here, I see Bufo on the beat asking, by the way, first comment we ever get written in Arabic letters, man. So this is a
Oh yeah,
monumental,
what does it
very
say?
monument. I have no clue with the language, but it's definitely in Arabic here. So that's what I'm trying to say. Even with so Buffon on the Beach talking about S&P 500 and what do we have? Yeah, and the DXY and everything. S&P 500. I think you were sharing it right now, but
Yeah.
we're literally at the lowest ever since the beginning of the year. We've been in a free fall ever since. This is a scary looking chart for the whole market. For the whole, this is a global market we're looking at. Look at the Nasdaq. Things are not looking good, man. Everything is falling except for the DXY. It's back in these levels we drew back in the day or whatever. So does this mean there's some sort of a pump coming soon, or this is the floor or whatever? I really don't know. All I know is we need to measure how much the effect of the global market is actually gonna have on crypto, but so far it's just not. I don't think there's anything good happening globally right now that signifies that there's some sort of reversal. Is crypto all of a sudden gonna take its own turn, start to pump on its own? I also do not think so. Maybe this is the bear market, maybe it's not. No one knows. I think it depends right now on factors that are outside of cryptos, of the crypto space, which me personally, I do not have any. I don't have that much experience to predict what could happen, but the charts are telling us that there's a lot happening outside that's gonna trickle even more into crypto in general, man. So I think that's where I stand on that.
Let's list it too, man. Like, so what do we have? We have Russia and Ukraine at war. We have the West actively arming a war against a world superpower. That area supplies a lot of the world's grain, a lot of the world's metal. It's affecting global supply chains. It's causing a global risk-off approach. It's slowing down supply chains, making things more expensive. Interest rates globally are rising. Less buying pressure, less and then you have the dollar rising, you have Bitcoin crashing, and when it rains it pours. This is the perfect storm of a macro bearish risk off environment. And so the
Definitely.
question in my mind is, are we close to a bottom? Are we a reversal point? I don't know, but I mean, are we close to a local bottom? I don't know, man. What I do know is that if we kind of look at what it's taken for altcoins in the past to recover, guys, whenever we have a parabolic blow off top and we have our first major sell off, we don't just like V bottom recover immediately. It's super rare. What it takes historically for us to recover is a several years long period of consolidation before the next cycle going up. I mean, guys, look at this. Like this cycle blow off top, a little bit of recovery in the middle. You know, that kind of resembles something similar here. We could have years of consolidation ahead of us for the majority of the market where we perhaps move sideways within a range near some of our, some of our historical lows. Like, Ethereum might range from, let's say, $1,000 to $2,000 for the next 2 years sideways.
Right.
And
No,
I think we need to be psychologically prepared for that, and also understand that a bear market is where you truly make money, is where you should be paying attention. I dipped my toe into Terra Luna for a couple of reasons. I like to have a kind of contrarian point of view. And frankly speaking, whenever anything's down 95% and it has longevity, well, it's typically a very profitable thing to dollar cost your way into. Although the open question with Luna is whether or not it has longevity. So I'm not touching this thing until they can fix their peg. But the point is, guys, people make hundreds of X on 95% corrections, not FOMOing in to something that's already had a massive parabolic run up. When, if you hear about it constantly on Bitboy Crypto, the money's been made. You might get a 2x, you might get a 5x, you might get a 10x, but your 100x, your 1000x, that stupid kind of money is only made when no one else is looking at it or when shit's down at 95% from all-time highs.
Right, 100%, man, 100%. Sailor's saying, I know the global financial system will melt down within the next 24 months. They cannot sustain the pump and rate hikes. Rock and hard place, not if when we pump off of that. And I think that's what it is. We've been printing money for the past 2-3 years and very high inflation. And I think everything was catalyzed by, what's happening with Russia and Ukraine. Obviously, that added too much to the market. And then whatever happened with the Evergreen thing and China as well just started cascading into every single market. Everything, real estate, gas prices are high, everything is high up, and that's starting to take effect on every aspect of the economy, including crypto. I see something here, guys. This was a coordinated attack on a stable coin. Who or what people want to take down a stable coin? Governments. Within 12 hours of USD crashing, the US government talked about it. I didn't see anything from. I don't know if you saw anything from the government.
Yeah, no, there's regulators talking about it, but it doesn't have to be governments. There's
100%.
financial incentive. I mean, the people who did this, they walked away with hundreds of millions of dollars.
Of course, man. I'm telling you guys, wait for the next couple of months. You're gonna start hearing some crazy, crazy, crazy lawsuits coming up. But this is, I guess, a very expensive learning experience for the crypto community, specifically for stable coins. And stable coins are a very, very important part of it. So Kevin is saying no more get rich quick moonshot. But I always believed these pulse coins would take about 2 years to fully manifest. 10,000x gains anyway. So for me, it doesn't really matter. And there you go. We got people that depends whatever you're invested in and what your horizon is. And if you believe in the product, in this case, Richard Hart products, you're waiting on that. And yeah, man, I guess someone's also asking, how do you see this affecting the PulseChain launch? So what do you think is going to happen with PulseChain with this, with what's happening right now?
I think the closer PulseChain launches at the bottom of a bear market and the closer it launches to a Bitcoin having better. So, I mean, the market being down lowers the amount of buying pressure people have, lowers the amount of new participants that could buy PulseChain. So sentiment's down, new buyers will be down, buying pressure will be down, which does negatively impact PulseChain. But with that being said, it's also positive launching in a bear market, because I think there's there's some sensible arguments to make it seem that it makes it easier to have more upside later on if you launch the
100%, man. Hundo P, man. We see no, okay, so we actually saw that AVAX down 37%. 24 EMA on the daily is my favorites for swing trading. I guess good luck with that. Everyone's talking shit about Yellen and blah blah blah. What do we have here? Whoa, should we invest in shotguns and canned goods now or wait on Operation PayPay Copter to launch. I would say start stocking up on canned foods, especially beans, maybe pinto beans. They're actually very good to eat on their own, especially off the can itself, man. But yeah, bro, I really, uh, this could be it, to be honest with you. This could be it. Back in the day, back in April, in these lower levels, whenever Bitcoin started to go down to the April levels, we all thought, there wasn't really that crazy outside around us in the world. For us, that was like almost a year ago now. But this moment, with everything going on globally, I have less and less confidence in any kind of pump coming in. And that's just my intuition. There's no calculations behind this. So for me, I do expect the outside market to affect this a lot more than it did back in the day. I think this goes beyond any trend lines. I think this goes beyond any support levels. I think there's global money leaving markets, going to places where they think those assets are going to appreciate in such a
such as the dollar.
So say that again.
Such as the dollar, like the DXY, the
Yeah,
Dixie.
exactly. Everyone's going back to the dollar. The dollar is gaining value right now, so you guys need to keep that in mind. I think it's going to affect everything, to be honest with you. I'm very bullish on the Cronos network. They just had their upgrade recently happen. With all whatever I think is happening within the Cronos chain network, all the products that are coming up and all the projects, I still do have a bearish outlook on the market for the next couple of years in general. So to me, I think any kind of launch right now would be affected. Obviously, we know whenever we are launching within bear markets, that has a better chance in the future for price appreciation because we're launching from a lower point on the market. That means when the money flow comes in, we're going to have a bigger bounce to the upside. But again, that doesn't mean that's going to happen today. That doesn't mean it's going to happen tomorrow, maybe in 5 years, maybe in 2 years, maybe in whatever time. It depends. And I guess we have 688 days here. What is that? 2 years?
Until the next Bitcoin halving, yeah.
Yeah,
So.
2 years or like 1 year and something here. So yeah, that's what we need to keep in mind, man. But make sure you keep that in mind, man, because I think it's much bigger than any new project launching. I'm not talking about PulseChain. I'm saying any kind of project out there. Be wary of what's coming up because I don't think things are not gonna get better anytime soon, in my opinion, man.
Yeah, and so look, we could definitely see short-term relief rallies. Like, I'm sure if we pull up the MACD side, we're quite oversold. But with that being said, yeah, I would concur with you that the macro trend definitely leans more bearish, especially because this is not a purely crypto event. I mean, what's going on with Terra Luna is simply compounding on what was already happening with the macro picture, with again the stock market, the S&P, the Nasdaq being down, a global risk-off approach, supply chains being affected, a global instability with war. This Terra Luna is only the sixth shitty thing that's going on in the global economy. And so macro guys, look, you got to understand it could be years before we start seeing the majority of the market, like Cardano, Solana, all those large caps that the majority of large influencers showed you for the past half year. It could be until 2024, 2025 before those things start to pick up again. And now, guys, look, there are a history of kind of outliers throughout bear markets having their little moments, but ultimately the macro sentiment, the macro movement, the macro bear does have an unseen hand throughout the entirety of the market because it affects buying pressure, it affects sentiment, it affects everything. And so while there are to some extent or other decorrelated niches like NFTs, somewhat decorrelated, Hex, somewhat decorrelated. There will be some outliers, and who knows what those outliers will be. For me, I feel comfortable being in PulseChain and PulseX, a brand new layer one Ethereum competitor. Layer one Ethereum competitors have performed incredibly amazing over the last 3 years. It's been one of the most consistent winners in the space with the most set of bullish tokenomics and features and sound fundamentals and sound tokenomics and game theory that I've seen. And so I'm very happy placing my money there. I frankly am not aware of a better place to have your money other than PulseChain throughout these times.
100%. I think that's where it comes down to. I think someone put just a comment right now. I wish I could find it, but it's literally during these times where you're how much conviction you got on the what crypto you're in and the project you're in, how much conviction you got on the people backing it, and that's where it gets actually tested. Are you willing to hold through, times like this or a bear market?
Yeah.
I think that's where it shows if you actually believe in the project or no. At least, for me, I know it's I understand for you is PulseChain and PulseX and the Hex or the Richard Hart ecosystem. For me, and I know a lot of people from our audience as well are heavily into the Cronos system and the Cronos chain. That's also what I'm on. I believe in the people behind the product. I believe in the blockchain itself and what it's trying to achieve. I like what they're doing. I believe that the product is going to continue to develop regardless of whatever cycle we're in, and adoption will continue to be there, and the sponsorships and whatever marketing behind it, I think is going to be lead it to be still one of the top leading chains on in crypto in general, man. So it depends who you think is, and by the way, price, regardless of whatever is happening, as you can clearly tell, that the everything gets affected by price regardless. So it just depends. You want to hold this price drops are inevitable when you come into crypto. It just depends who do you want to spend time in investing while prices are going to shit, basically. And for me, it's the Cronos chain. For Brendan, it's PulseChain, PulseX, and the Hex ecosystem in general. Let us know in the comment section what you guys are actually invested in. And I see Bufo on the beat saying Mount Gox coin's going to be refunded at some point. That's going to be ugly. I highly agree, man. Things are
I wonder when
I
that
don't
comes
think
out.
anything is gonna look better. So like for the next, I don't know,
Could
whatever
be
time.
years. Could be years. Yeah,
Big
it,
time.
it could literally be until the next Bitcoin halving. And look, man, one of the things that makes me so inclined towards kind of the pulse chain side of things is because getting in early at a good valuation dramatically affects it's everything. It's what affects your potential upside potential. It's why talking about 100x, 1000x is possible when you get in early at a good valuation. That's why I kind of get annoyed when I see all these influencers shill Cardano, shill Solana, shill Crow near all-time highs. Because when you're buying near all-time highs, when you're buying Cardano over here, 100x is extremely unrealistic. But let's say it's truly a bear market. We crash and burn 95%. If you buy Cardano down at, let's say, 15 cents, 95% down from all-time highs, that's when 100x a couple of years down the road becomes realistic. What matters is the valuation when you get in. So yeah, Cardano at 50 cents, 15 cents, I might even scoop up a little bit just to diversify at these ranges, but not over here once everyone in the world has found out, your uncle's asking you about Cardano, everyone's FOMO'd in. That's the point of highest risk and least reward. You want to be paying attention when no one else is paying attention. And guys, look, if this is truly a bear market, 75% of you fucks are going to stop watching this channel. And that's the same with every channel. It's the same with all of crypto.
We see every cycle.
Yeah, but who are the people that are going to make the money, are going to make the 100x? It's the people that pay attention during the bear market. Because guess what? Solana, Cardano, the things that I've talked shit about at high valuations, if they drop 90, 95%, I might actually even buy some myself, because if they're at a good valuation, that's when the 100x actually makes sense. After it's down 95% and you wait till the next Bitcoin halving and you sell 1 year after the latest Bitcoin halving, that's when the 100x becomes realistic. Not when you FOMO in at the top and Bitcoin Crypto is making 17 videos about it and your uncle is asking you about it. No, that's not the time to be buying. It's down here at 95% crashes. Like, man, look, if we go to CoinGecko over here, if BNB crashes 95%, I might buy some. If Ethereum crashes 95%, I might buy some. Polkadot crashes 95%, I might buy some. Same with Avalanche. All this bullshit. Things with longevity that I don't necessarily like, that I still have my preference over PulseChain. But I understand fully that some of these things will stick around over long term. Ethereum, BNB, Cardano, Solana, even though they're not my preference, Polkadot, they're very likely to stick around over the long term. And if you can get them at a 90-95% discount, which can happen in bear market, that's when hundreds of X starts to sound realistic over the years.
100%. I see Pat Murphy saying, I have full faith in Biden to reboot the economy soon. Good luck. Yes, maybe 5 years. Good luck. Good luck with that, bro. Luna crashed 98%. Did you buy?
Well, no, the
Um,
issue with Luna is that its fundamentals is in question.
yeah, 100%. I'm going to
Yeah,
fully into PulseChain. Have to flip burgers to survive. I will. Good luck.
I might be
Well,
flipping those burgers alongside you. We'll see.
we all probably will be, man. Well, I'm excited for the bear and sideways market. Everything was too expensive before. Now I can actually afford to accumulate coins, and this is the time we usually buy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And thoughts on Theta? I haven't been
It's been
keeping up with
forever.
Theta. Yeah, we haven't really been keeping up with Theta in general. But hey, man, everything is
Look,
down. Though every chart is gonna look the same, man.
yeah,
Every chart is gonna look the same all across the market. DKX can say bought Luna 10 minutes ago. Now I'm up 30%. There you go. Times of volatility is where traders come into play, man. That's what it is. Traders come in at these areas
yeah, but just
where they
understand.
start playing with this thing,
Yes, but
right? So
until that peg is met with Terra Luna, there's sell pressure. Just like understand that until this peg is back at $1, Terra Luna could continue to fall. Like,
100%. And
yeah,
just the fact that that happened, man, this is a trading game right now. I don't think anyone's gonna. Maybe people are scooping up some Luna as we speak. Obviously, they see at a good evaluation, but again, I don't think things are gonna look good for even after that. There's a lot of money that got lost around those levels, and mathematically, this has to make sense right now for the peg to happen, man. It went from $120 at the distance traveled is 119 or $118.
yeah,
Regardless of how much far down we push into the zero, it's always going to look at like it's minus 99 cents, minus 99%. This thing went from $120 to $1.07, guys.
yeah, yeah.
I feel bad for people, man.
Man,
I
a
really feel
lot of
bad
people
for
are hurting on
people.
this thing.
This is
Yeah,
crazy.
a lot of people had big Luna bags, and it's
And we saw
basically just
big,
gone.
big influencers in the space kind of losing their minds, man. You can see it in their eyes.
Oh man,
This thing
they
is
have millions
crazy.
of dollars in that thing. Yeah,
Holy shit.
yeah,
I can't read I can't believe what's going on.
yeah. And the
I'll be
problem
honest
is
with
that
you.
this thing might not bounce back. Who knows? Maybe it doesn't really.
100%, 100%. And again, man, I during these times I'm happy to be within Chronos. Literally. That's I don't care about what's happening in the market. To be honest, straight up. I do think regardless of what's going on, things are going to look still regardless of price action. I know you don't like it when I say that I'm actually happy in Chronos during this whole
No,
market,
it's not that I don't
but
like it. I just
I am so happy to be in Chronos and nothing else at the
good
moment,
for
man.
you, man.
During this this whole
Look, man. In all
so
honesty,
let me speak.
I wish the
Go
best for
ahead.
you. Look, you're my friend. I want the
I
best for
wish
you,
the
man.
best for everybody.
I really wish Kronos is I hope it's everything you want it to be, man. I really hope it
Oh
is.
no, I just that's it for me. Like it's not like there's anything else that can kind of match at the moment for me, man. To be honest with you, Pumpamentals, Tokenomics, everything on the chain, whoever's
Ooh,
backing it, the
bro.
marketing. I know no one likes to hear this shit, but I love it. I love it. Good luck to everybody, man. That's what it is for me.
Yeah, you know,
Good
man.
luck for everybody. I hope everybody makes the money they want, man. Like there's no hard
Yeah,
feelings here.
yeah. It's good to be a contrarian. Now, being a contrarian is a large part of what it takes out from the market. So, I re- I don't see it, man, but I really hope you're
No,
right,
I know
bro.
you don't, man. But I feel
I
bad
really
for
do.
everybody that that doesn't, man. It takes a sight. It takes you got to be able to see things. You got what I'm saying? You got to be able to see things sometimes, man. You got to be able to
Yeah.
see things, and that's important in this market.
Oh, broski. Yeah, I hope so, man. I hope you're right. I hope we all make money, man. Guys, look, you gotta have a long-term mindset in crypto. The people who make money in crypto buy things with long-term potential in a bear market and hold forever. Guys, crypto is really that easy. Like, are there people who find a way to be successful at trading? Yeah. Are there people who find a way to be successful at NFT flipping? Yeah. but it's the vast minority of people attempting to do that. The easiest, simplest, most proven way for the most amount of people to succeed is to buy things with longevity when they're crashing in a bear market and hold forever, or hold and maybe take profits 1 year after the latest Bitcoin halving. It's that simple, guys. Like for most of y'all, don't complicate your lives. Like for most people, the most successful strategy is going to be buying Ethereum in the bottom of a bear market and selling it 1 year after the latest Bitcoin halving. It's that simple, man. Like, not
Definitely. No,
financial
100%,
advice,
man.
but
100%. We always tell people, man, like, don't buy at the tops like that. When you know about it's already too late. You gotta wait for the next dump.
remember
That's how it is.
how nervous me and you were at these levels. When I remember, man, when Ethereum was like past
We're making videos saying,
3,000,
watch out.
we were literally saying we would not be buying Ethereum at those levels. We would not be buying Ethereum. And then what happened? Had a massive crash because we've kind of been around for a minute, and we understand that whenever anything's overheated, that's the point of least returns and highest risk.
100%.
Yeah. So it's unfortunate, man. While people are selling now and going away now, this is when you should be paying attention, not over here when everyone's making the most views and Bitboy's shilling you Cardano at $3. That's when
I'll
you
be honest with
should
you. I
save
kind of got
yourself.
sick explaining it to people like that. To be honest with you, I actually got sick of it. I don't care anymore. Like, because it's crazy. Because we make videos when everything is at we do say, and we can bring all the all the evidence and all the receipts that buying at the top is actually the craziest thing you can ever do. And by the time you guys come in here, we're here when everything is down. We've always been here where everything is down, but no one would watch until things pump. And when things pump, and we're telling people, by the way, be careful. This thing is an amazing project, and you guys all of a sudden are interested in it because it's pumping. Gotta be careful. I would not be buying at these levels, but I'm making this video for you regardless. You got what I'm saying? And that's something we have to be very honest with people about. And again, half of you guys will not be paying attention when
No. Yeah.
in a month from now, if the prices continue to be like that, all the crypto YouTube is gone, and these
Yeah.
guys are scavenging to actually make videos and try to get you to come back in. Once prices go back up, guess what? Everybody comes in, and that's when it's already too late again. This is where you buy things. This is where you buy things, and not even that. Even for Ethereum right now, this looks so sketchy for you to
Yeah.
buy anything at the moment. There's so much potential for a downside, regardless of what you're looking at. Any crypto you're looking at right now, there's so much more potential for downside. But again, this is a good place usually for us to DCA. But again, who am I to know, right? So
And guys, look, just to piggyback on what you're saying, like we fully understand. Let's say we just look forward a year from now, and this is truly a bear market, and everything that was in the top 20 is down 90% from all-time highs. Me and you both know that is the exact time where you want to be buying, where you want to be paying attention, and we know that we're going to be getting no views. We're going to be getting so little views. No one's going to be paying attention, and it isn't until it's the next Bitcoin halving and everything starts to pump that everyone's going to come back, and then the money's already been made. Guys, people who make 100x's buy in a bear market. They don't buy in bull markets, all right? It is so difficult to get 100x in a bull market, but it's so much easier to get 100x in Cardano on your Solana if you're buying it 90% down from all-time highs in a bear market.
100%.
Yeah.
Hando P. There's so much
man,
happening in the chats here, man. Holy shit! I don't know, man. We've been going here for like an hour and a bit. I don't know what else we got to talk about.
I think we kind of said most of what we wanted to say, man.
Guys, thank you for joining in, man. We know everything is down, so maybe this is your time to go research some stuff, read, go outside, see your family. It's not only crypto, man. It's not only gains. There's life outside of this, and God bless you all, man. God bless you, and just know from our end here, we're just trying to learn as much as you are, and sometimes we might say things that are very outlandish. We might say things that are crazy, but again, man, it's definitely we're all learning here, so no one knows what's happening, regardless how much they act like they do, and we're all trying to learn, man. So love you guys, man. Boof on the beat. We gotta get this guy on the channel, man.
We gotta make him. We gotta get him to make some beats for us, man.
We've been saying Boof on the beat for the past 2 years now.
Yeah, bro, has it been that long?
It's been, man.
Time fucking flies, man.
It's
Goddamn,
been.
time flies.
Holy shit.
Guys, everyone, thank you all so much for tuning in. Bufo, great to see you again, man. Everyone, like, subscribe, share, hit that bell icon to find new uploads. By the way, we're still, I think, planning to do some crazy ass stupid shit like live stream for 24 hours when PulseChain goes
100%.
live. So stick around for that. It should be interesting. By the end of it, it might just be me and Messin just sleeping for a couple hours on stream.
100%.
We'll see how it goes.
100%.
But yeah, folks, tune in. And look, man, ultimately, me and you disagree with each other. It all stems from a place of.
I just can't believe you think Cronos is not gonna outperform your bullshit. And it's kind of unfathomable to me.
Yo,
All you can
guys,
do is just laugh at it. That's
I'm
it.
gonna,
But you can't debate it with me, man. I think
I'm
I win
gonna
every single debate.
let you guys in on a little secret. Messin actually believes, and I still cannot. And if you want me to not say this, just wink at me because I want to, Messin actually thinks that VVS can outperform something like PulseX. And again, none of us really know for sure. We're busting each other's balls, but like,
Oh, of course.
PulseX is going to completely destroy VVS by like
I
orders
wish.
of magnitude. It's going to be
wish.
embarrassing.
I got money PulseX as well. Like it's not.
Yeah,
There's no.
yeah.
You know,
It's
like
just,
this
you say
toxic
crazy shit,
mentality
bro, and I
everybody
love you.
got. I feel bad for them. You know, we're all invested in everything. You know, at the end of the day, you know, whoever you want to pray for, you know, it's all on your end. But again, I got money in PulseX and I got money in
That's right.
VVS.
Yeah.
So far, I think VVS will outperform everything in crypto, and everyone can laugh about it. That's fine.
Bro.
But that's where you need to be able to have some sort of insight in what's happening in the market, man. And if you don't have it, then you're gonna miss on VVS. So God bless y'all, man. This is what it is. Cronos, Crowfam. Everybody knows what's happening, man. If you don't know, then you better do your research, man. Better do your research, bro. 100%. All they can do, guys, is laugh and mimic what we got. Oh, that's all they can do. They can't do nothing else. They can't debate it. No one can
This
debate
is
it.
recorded, bro. Like you
100%.
gotta make sure that a couple
Hey,
years from
man.
now, when the inevitable happens, that you're able to like say
Oh,
it
well, I'm
first.
not scared of being scolded, man. I'm not scared of being,
Hey,
crucified.
man. I'm
That's
wrong
what we
too,
do
right?
here, Crow fam, man. That's
I
what we
bought
do
Luna at
here.
$4, so
Huh?
I'm wrong too, bro. I just bought Luna at $4.40, 38 cents. So hey, I can be wrong too. So
Oh, look, man. We're all trying to learn, man. We're all trying to learn. If PulseX and PulseChain and Hex do end up getting those 10,000x, I'd be cheering for you guys.
And I'd be cheering if it happens to you too, man. I just don't think it will.
That's what I'm saying. We'd be trying to share that wealth together, man. But you
100%,
guys need to get out of your toxic ass mind, man.
Oh,
Yo,
man.
why does everybody have a cult? I just never understood that. I really never did. Why is everyone so
Well, 'cause
diehard about their cryptos? Like
people are
their
tribal
mom
and
dad.
it's their
Bro,
money.
go see your family, man. Go to like a family barbecue or something. Have some fun. Why are you guys so toxic? It's crazy, man.
Yeah,
It's
man.
crazy.
Folks,
Even bro, look at this. Even DK Hexagon is saying only way to get gains is VVS. Even your people.
I really hope
I don't
so,
know
man.
what to
I
say.
hope so. I hope you do well, man. I really do.
Hey, man, I hope everybody does good, man. I hope everybody does good. If you wish someone else or you were wishing on someone else not to do good, man, then you're kind of fucked up in the head. I wish you I wish you can go and get some mental some therapy, man.
I hope VVS does a $1,000,000x, and I hope Terra Luna recovers, man. Even though Cryptos Are Us, who throws shade at Richard and Hex, is probably negatively impacts his viewers. I hope he does well. I wish no human any ill will. Hex Orca, if you ever want to squash the beef, I'm willing. If anyone, we have any kind of beef.
We're not squashing no beefs. Look at me.
Hold
up. These guys just get on this fucking thing, man. I'm tired of this shit. Look at me. Hey, we're not squashing no beef. You guys want to talk shit? Come on the channel. Let's talk. Instead of just running away with all these questions we try to
and
ask.
blocking.
We ask the real questions here, and there's no emotions involved, and we try to learn. Okay? If you want to block people, go ahead and block people. We don't care, man. And you're still invited to come to this channel any day. We're open arms. You know what I'm saying? I know this guy, Brendan, said some things that he shouldn't have said. But again, man, come on. It's crazy,
You know
isn't
what's
it?
funny? Motley said the same thing to us. We
I
didn't
don't
block
give a
him. We
shit,
talked to him.
man. I think Motley's being just being a nice guy, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't think
no,
he
but
means any.
exactly, like, it's not that big a deal. Like, Motley said, puke emoji to anyone who was talking about buying Terra Luna. Did I block him? Did I throw a hissy fit? Did my feelings get hurt? Did I think that
We still like
he's
him.
yeah, no, yeah, because it's
Is
not that
our
deep.
feelings hurt? No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's just everybody got opinions, man. Look, everybody that ever thought we said anything crazy, come on the channel. We'd love to have you. I think that's where our
We
position
gotta
is.
get Richard on the channel, man. Guys, reach out to honestly, if you guys can do us a favor, whenever you see Richard tweeting anything out, if you want to be like, hey, talk to aMillionortheMoon, like we would genuinely appreciate that. We're reaching out to Richard. We don't know how to get him on.
We've been reaching out to everybody.
Yeah, he's talked to smaller channels. Frankly, the people he's talked to ask the stupidest questions. It's just the same thing we've all heard a million times. Like, let's talk about the INC tokenomics. Let's talk about future scaling solutions. Let's talk about bridge vulnerabilities. Let's talk about things that we haven't asked Richard before. So if you
Let's
guys
talk
can follow our Twitter,
interoperability. Let's talk all these
interoperability. Yeah,
things, man. I
yeah.
want to ask questions about PulseChain for the longest time, like some stuff about the actual like blockchain. What do we? How are some of these things gonna transpire? And every time I was met with some crazy ass like I'm a pleb, I'm just asking. I'm just asking questions, man. I'm just trying to understand what kind of product we got going on. You know, like it's so toxic. This, by the way, I don't know. This is a bit, I guess. I guess I have a chip on my shoulder. You can tell I'm all worked up right now. But we're just trying to ask questions. What happened to just asking questions these days? No one can ask questions anymore. Like all of a sudden you get categorized as some bullshit ass. Like I don't know. Like no
Well,
one
it's
can
just,
answer
the Hex
questions
guys,
anymore.
they're traumatized, man. You know, they
I
have a
don't give
history of
sure, but still, it's a
yeah.
question. And now it's like, what are you traumatized? What are we babies now?
Yeah, they're traumatized. Yeah, literally, like they have a history. Yeah,
Sure, no problem. Okay, I boo-hoo, whatever. Sure, we're all trauma. We all got trauma,
are
man.
you wearing Ray-Bans? They're really
So
nice.
the light, thank you, man. But the light
Yeah,
is just the
but
light I
are
emit.
they Ray-Bans? Like, are they?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they're nice. Yeah,
Yo, Boof was saying, don't pop a vein. Look, man, we've been hitting the gym here, me and Brendan. So, um,
I have
don't
not.
don't don't play games.
I haven't touched a gym in like a year and a half. I'm fat as shit and the most unhealthy I've
I've
ever
been
been in my
hitting the
life.
sauna and the steam room every day. Guys, if you want to relieve some stress, hit the sauna for 20 minutes after a workout, man. God bless you. You're going to sleep like a baby and wake up feeling like a newborn child, man.
That's good advice, bro. It's good, great financial advice.
100%. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I don't know why we're still pushing this live stream, to be
Guys,
honest with you, man. Can we
harass
talk about
Richard
Twitter?
on Twitter. Like, whenever you see Richard tweet something on Twitter, be like, go talk to aMillionortheMoon. I would genuinely appreciate that. Like, in fact, I'll follow you guys. If any of you guys follow our Twitter, link for that down in the description below. If you see a Richard Hart tweet, if you say, hey, go talk to aMillionortheMoon, I will follow you back on Twitter. Really appreciate you guys doing that. If we can talk to Richard, around the time this thing goes live, that would be amazing.
100%. Guys, we appreciate you. Sometimes we do bring up our own personal shit on the live stream, so we apologize for that, but we're only humans. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you. VVS will definitely outperform everything, and that's where I'm standing at. So thank you guys
I
for
hope so,
watching,
man.
man.
Take
I
care,
hope you
folks.
do.